Now, because Helmsy came to all of us and said that there was going to be something special that was going to happen on the show today.
Y'all are in so much trouble.
Right. And this is that it is an end of an era for you.
Yeah.
And you want to tell everybody what's going on in here?
Well, I just found out about it. So, but Reese's age group of his team, it's been, I think, 17 years that I've been you start with Tyler, and then you go JC, and then you go Reese. And we kind of had our own little group of Sidewinders. That was our name, Shelby Sidewinders. Stephen Poplin and I kind of created that team when Tyler started. And we really, to be honest with you, we kind of used it like a ministry because it was faith-based and trying to teach these boys how to become young men and just about life in general as well. And it just so happened that his kids and mine matched up with ages. So when his oldest son, who was also Stephen, when he and Tyler moved on, JC and Harrison, his son, we kind of picked it up with them. And then Reese, being the youngest, and now he has a daughter, Madison. So
Reese does?
No, Stephen does.
I was about to say, that's going to be a different story.
So I kind of branched off on my own with Reese, and then. But these boys right here, all these boys I've been coaching since they've been tiny.
So there it is.
And you and Stephen actually taught us a lot, too, about GLM.
Yeah, you
yes,
did.
and as you can see, I have all good-looking moms here.
Yeah, I mean, y'all really worked that system through every generation.
Yeah.
But you're done coaching. So you're done coaching Reese. This is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That explains the relieved look on Reese's face.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's finally, Reese, you're the end of an era. How's it feel? Do it.
Feels pretty good to be the last one. Most important, probably.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it.
You talking about the one he'll remember because the other's so far away, the older we get, we can't remember it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the beauty of being the youngest son.
Right.
It is, because you're the last one, so they're the last one you see.
Right.
Hang on.
Do you feel like, because, and we all admit this, that our older kids were younger dads then, and we don't have the wisdom, we hope, that we develop going along. Do you feel like that possibly you probably got the most mellow coach versus your two brothers?
Yes. I do feel like that.
Yeah, I bet that's right.
That's probably true. And I mean,
because everything slows down.
I think we'd all
Well, he's
say that.
closer to being a granddad.
Right. Well, if you think about it, the first one, it's like, it's real to me. And then you think it's the most important thing in the world. And then the second one, you've learned from your mistakes. And then the third one, you're like, wow, so I see the importance of what I need to be doing.
Is this emotional for you today?
Oh, well, no, yeah, it is that they all think so much to do something like this.
that?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's still real to me.
Okay. Thank y'all for that. But it's in the old travel ball, y'all are so bad. Y'all are in so much trouble. Y'all, I will be on y'all for a long time about
No,
this.
I think we all. You know how sometimes you have some like you can just pull a flag up and say I can't be punished for this.
Yes.
Anytime any member of the show's wife is involved with trying to do something for her husband, we can't get in the way of it.
I agree with that.
We tried to
I agree
mess
with
it
that.
up.
So there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We're not going to mess it up for her because that ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think that and all the ladies that are here representing each player today. The travel ball world has gotten a really bad rap. I mean, you have a lot of people ruining that
Sure.
genre.
Absolutely.
And we really tried hard to be different. And from the years of starting to finishing, most teams don't stay together. They're it's all about my son, and I played with you for a year, then you for a year, and then you hop around, and we've seen it all. At least I have, being he's my third. But one thing we love is that we're a family, and this has been cool. It's been.
How
neat.
about you guys will forever be Coach Speedy's last team?
There it
How
is.
about that? Mm-hmm.
Yell at him
Y'all don't
one
get
time.
emotional. Don't
Until
get
he starts
emotional.
helping with the high school team.
Right.
Yeah.
Until he starts helping with the high school team and ruins this moment for us.
And Reese thinks he's done with him, and he's back.
Right.
Hey, by the way, a lot of really good ball players standing here right now.
I bet. I bet. So,
They've got it.
Oh, you had to stack your team, yeah.
Well, really, to be honest with you, it's really a testament to them because I really recruited the parents first.
well,
That's a good idea because if you have bad parents, it is
And
miserable.
they just happen to have really awesome kids. But I really,
Yeah.
you know,
As the parents go, so goes the whole
yeah.
experience.
Oh, I mean, and even it doesn't stop. Right. Even when you get to getting recruited for college ball, one of the first questions they ask you is how's his parents?
Yeah.
Are they a handle? You know.
I feel bad for like some kid that wanted.
And they're not. They got great.
Do you feel
parents.
bad for some kid who wanted to be on Sidewinders whose mom was a little homely?
Yeah.
Rick. Y'all stop.
You know you did, Rick. I'm sorry you have to address that.
Right.
Y'all don't laugh and encourage them.
Well, if he was really good, Rick, he might have made it. But if he was a
It
borderline,
depends on
no
how
hope.
good he was.
No hope.
Well, no, what he has to hope for, there's not a player that can play his same position better with a better looking mom.
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
you know, you better hope you're the better player.
Yeah. But, I mean, whenever we would get in really big tournaments, and I think you know what I'm talking about, being that you've had a number that have played and y'all is all the same, you get in these really big tournaments, these huge World Series where they pick the best from each county or even different states, and they put a team together. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we would hit the wall a little bit because we all go to one school, but they surprisingly would win more than they lost, and so that's these boys are good.
Well, that's credit. Congratulations, you guys.
These boys are something else. But it's been fun, and we are family. It's kind of cool because even Tyler's parents and JC's parents, we all still talk and hang out, and it'll be the same with all
So,
these
Reese,
boys.
I want to tell you this because my oldest son came to
Go ahead, stand up, big guy.
he came to a game that I was coaching one of his younger brothers, and he literally said this after the game was over. He asked me to go find his father because he just saw a guy coaching his brother they didn't recognize.
Yeah.
Do your older brothers say that when they see your dad coaching you? Do they say this is not the guy we dealt with?
I've never. I don't think I've ever heard him say that, but they probably have.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler does to
Say
me.
he's-
Who are you?
Right.
You know,
Who's
that kind of
soft
thing.
on you?
Yeah. My oldest son would say, I saw something happen in the game, and I thought, get ready for this, and you didn't do anything. And I thought, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Well, we get older and wiser.
The guys know my mad walk too. They all I see y'all talking about it. They know when I launch and what gets on my nerves.
Do y'all any of y'all do an impression of Coach Speedy? Anybody?
Yeah, gotta be.
If Gibbs.
Yeah, I was looking for Gibbs. I didn't see him.
All
But
right, Gibbs.
he's got me.
Yeah.
Gibbs isn't here. He couldn't make it. But whenever he pitches and whenever he can say he can tell when I walk to the mound if he's coming out or not by the way I'm walking.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If
If it's a mad walk or if I'm just coming out to talk.
does anybody know the Mad Walk? But is not as good as Gibbs, but maybe knows it at all.
Only Gibbs.
Only Gibbs has
He's
got
got it down.
He's got it down.
What makes me mad? Because I've heard y'all talk about.
Yeah. What are the things you don't do with
The
Coach
little
Speedy?
things when we don't do it right, like errors, stuff like that, that gets you going.
If you get a bunch of errors, it's over.
Yeah.
So, well, you hate an error, don't you?
Well, if you make an error trying,
well, you
but
can't
if
happen.
we're lazy about it, oh boy.
He'll launch. There it is. Yeah. See a little smoke coming out the bottom of his. He's gone.
He's been lit.
Wow.
Yeah. So how does he work? The umpires pretty good.
I mean,
Not anymore.
Not see. That's where those things have changed. That's where those things have
That's
changed.
when they started calling in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We all had that, didn't we? There's nothing worse when you get in the game, get in the car, and get to drive and go, well, we got a show tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of these kids took the Houston trip too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Raise
Yeah,
your
they
hand.
look very sleepy.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're on the Houston trip.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was a long ride right there.
Yeah. Did y'all just want to leave the shoe and go on with the escalator? Are you the shoe guy?
He's the escalator kid
Are
right
you the
there.
shoe guy?
Yeah, that's me.
Did you just want to leave it and say I'm done with it?
Yeah, I just wouldn't do that. Walk home without a shoe.
Yeah.
Hey, I
found a pair of homeless people shoes on the side of the road. Probably could wear those.
Could have put the right size if it's the right
Yeah.
size.
Well, his dad, y'all would love him. He at one point said, "Forget it. Let's just go with one shoe. Let's get out of here." But you know,
Hop on
normally, and I love Ryan, but he is my little Tasmanian devil. He will go nonstop. And when he first lost his shoe, everybody would go, "What'd Ryan do?" But in this case, I was standing in front of him. He didn't do anything.
Did you run your shoe over in there a little bit? We can talk about it now.
The people actually said I didn't do anything.
Yeah, they
Surprised
looked
me.
at the security footage. He didn't.
Wait a minute, hold up.
I was
That sounds like
surprised
what
by
I
that.
would have said.
Yeah.
When other people said I didn't do it.
They pretty much said I was clear. Rick, no more questions.
The people looked at it. The people say I'm clear.
Let's move on.
But I had to tell his dad, hey, in this case, he didn't do anything.
Right.
He was just
Well,
riding
what
down
could
the
you be
escalator.
doing that causes your shoe to get stuck?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
running your foot over there on the edge or something.
Yeah, but and he was just kind of
Everybody's
going
done
on.
that.
I tell you this, it shut the Minute Maid Park
Boy,
down.
it did.
I mean,
I
good
thought we were gonna
night.
get to meet like Jose Altuve or something.
Walk into his car.
Oh yeah, I was trying to think what your motivation could have been. Stay there, then finally the players are walking out. Yeah, that's good. Well, there they are. Speedy's
Well,
final Sidewinder team.
This is y'all mean the world to me.
The
This is really
Sidewinder
cool.
era ends right there with this
Yep,
team.
that's
Speedy,
it.
How many years, Speedy, start to finish?
17 years, but in the 17 years, it was multiple sports, and then sometimes, it required a couple of seasons, like spring and fall. But
Wow.
you add all that together, and we're on up there.
a
But
lot.
it really means a lot to me that y'all did this. And honey, you're in trouble for keeping this from
Got
him.
all kinds of pictures and photo albums, and
Yeah.
they brought him some. He didn't have the sugar, so they brought him some cookies.
Rick and Bubba.
And I think Terry did a good job, by the way, because y'all don't even know this. She actually stayed out of it because she knows that he doesn't like surprise.
Oh, really?
No communication with her. I think this was as much of a surprise for her being developed as it was for Speedy. So Stacy's story was the one that you can blame on this, or thank, whichever one you'd like.
I had to turn my 360. What is that? The Live
360
off, so he wouldn't track me. So
That's funny. That is.
That's why I didn't talk to them. I didn't get a notification you turned it off.
which is good. Which is good because we passed by here one day and he goes, "Oh, look, you're at work," because it shows you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Like at Rick and Bubba off studio.
Yeah.
So I was like, that won't work because he'll know we're there.
That's true.
That's true.
I know. So you were completely surprised.
I was. This is probably. I mean, this is the top three. Most surprised moments. I had no idea. I turned around. That's the last thing I was expecting. It was
when Stacy first reached out, I told Greg, and I was concerned because I figured he would spoil it. I knew telling Rick and Bubba it would not matter because they would forget.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew that
Bubba would have
matter.
spoiled it, but he
I know.
completely forgot
And
about
By the
it.
way, just so you know, we've got about 13, 14 boys loose in the back. I just want y'all to know while we're talking.
Sure.
Yeah, and I've opened Bubba's door and let him in. So no.
Somebody said
Maybe
that.
they'll take
Stacey,
something
come
out of
here
there
real
with
quick.
it.
Yeah, somebody said that I saw him touching your stuff.
Yeah. So Stacy, you're in trouble. So you're the one. Yes. Now this is Ryan. My shoe got stuck in the escalator.
Sure it is.
Oh boy.
No surprise to me when I got that
I bet
picture.
it was. That explains your type
I
of
kind of thought I would be bailing my husband out of
Yeah.
jail later on.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But we just got a new air conditioning unit, so he was going to stay in jail as long as as long as they would.
No
let him.
bail. No bail.
No,
No bail.
no.
So you put all this together?
I did, yeah. Well, me and the other moms, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So what has it been like?
Except for Terry.
What's it like to have been a teen mom with Coach Speedy?
I have to say this, that I did not like Speedy when I first met him.
Ma'am, a lot of people say that.
didn't.
You got a great moment, Stacy.
I didn't. I mean, we played at the park, and we never played on his team before.
Oh, yeah.
and
No wonder you
so-
didn't like.
Yeah, he was.
Tired of getting beat.
That's it.
There you go.
Really, we were. But when my husband approached me and said that, you know, I've listened to the show for years and years, so I knew who he was. But when my husband approached me, when the boys were in second grade, and said that, you know, Speedy has come and asked Ryan to be part of this team and we want to meet, and I was like, no, I do not want him playing for that guy. He is just loud. He is all over the place on the field, and
He's hot-headed.
I was yes, hot-headed. I was very
Helena
anti.
speaks.
That's right.
I was anti-Speedy.
Cusses
but,
like a sailor. I made that up. I made it.
But yeah, so we went to the meeting and I saw a whole the other side, and it has just been, I mean, from a parent standpoint, it has been unbelievable. I mean, it truly is family. Like, these are like my best friends, these women here, and Speedy has been there for Ryan and all the boys, and I mean, it has been just a true God-given blessing. I mean, I truly mean what we put in that book, that God really knew what he was doing when he put us all together, because these boys' lives, and it sounds cliche, but it's not, they're forever changed because of him.
Well, we talk about this a lot on the show, and to your earlier point, you have to think about it both ways. It can be a good thing or a bad thing. Most young men who participate in athletics, if they have a dad that's really involved in their life, the coach still's number 2. Mm-hmm. If they don't have a dad, he becomes number 1. The influence of coaches on young men who play sports is paramount.
Absolutely.
And you can either ruin them or you can, you can be a positive.
Yeah, and we've seen it both ways, and we've been very, very fortunate that all of the dads have been very. I mean, there was 3 other coaches, Jason Green and Pete Bryan and Scott Gibbs, that helped coach with Speedy, and then plus all the other dads. They have been phenomenal. But Speedy really, I mean, he prayed with the boys. He taught them. I mean, I can remember on Sundays, he always used to tell them, look, hey, just because we're at the ballpark doesn't mean we're not going to have a little bit of church. And so he would do a devotional with the boys and those kind of things. Just win, lose, whatever. But you can't get that kind of stuff every day. So yes, we've been very, very blessed.
Well, thank you, and a very emotional. Look, I saw it. A little water.
Yeah.
No, he got a little water.
I'm good.
I saw it.
I'm fine.
I saw it.
My mistake was I looked over at Bubba.
I know, buddy.